and some crispness, but not the same degree of skill I think that Lopez showed in that fight early.
You see that thing right there, the overhand left, punches like that when you stick a punch out, that's what makes a young guy scared to punch sometimes. And that's why Broner is not throwing no more than 1 or 2 punches at a time. He's afraid of the shot that he may get caught with while he's in the middle of throwing his combinations.
And of course, Lopez is a different kind of fighter, more of a puncher. He's a southpaw too. Sometimes the first round knockout happens because a guy's cold, and both these guys are clearly warmed up here.
Good body shot by Broner. If he puts his punches together right here, he'd be better off. But he's still throwing one.
Well, he puts a couple together.
Good stuff in the
Scores on the way out.
And see what Broner does to make up for that.
Good scratch.
Triple.
Put them together now. You hear me? You hear me? Watch me the mouthpiece. Give me the bucket. All right? Relax, everybody. Relax, relax. Look. Look. What I want you to do is, he coming in, leaning in every time. Run the combination, okay? Keep working out the jab.
The fight is even, and you got to put them on. A bit more ballsy to get the win. Bring up your guard and attack. Clear attacks.
Here you see Ponce de Leon purposely trying to step on Broner's toe to hold him still so they can land the left hand like his corner asked him to do. That time Broner slipped out of it and landed a counter right over the top of the left hand.
So we begin round number 5 in a good little showdown here between Daniel Ponce de Leon and Adrien Broner.
Roy, do you think Bob mentioned maybe it's not such a great idea because Ponce de Leon was doing well before he started to step on his foot? You think it's a good idea or not?
No, I don't think it's a good idea because I think he was doing better before he started trying to reach for the foot. Now he's concentrating more on the foot instead of throwing his hands, and his hands, his output, punch output is slowed down a little bit.
Yeah, it's almost like in that replay we showed you, he was like thinking about trying to get his foot on the other guy's foot. Instead, he had been ripping Broner to the body in the previous round.
Yeah, he's thinking is the point now, and it's not come. The other stuff doesn't come as quick when you have to think.
Well, he can't outthink Broner because Broner is clearly the better boxer. It's just a matter of if Broner feels like boxing or not. So he definitely doesn't want to stay outside and box with Broner. He has to make this an ugly fight in order for him to have a chance. So they should have told him just to keep the pressure on. He can't win a fight out there like that. Broner's too tall and his arms are too long for that. They'll pick him apart just like this all day long.
Much more confident Broner here in round 5.
And he did throw some good body shots at the end of that last round that may have taken a little bit of effect on Ponce de Leon.
That right hand is landing very accurately now from Broner.
Much more confident Adrien Broner here in round 5.
Now he's fighting at his own pace. If he can fight at his pace, he can do this all night long. When you let a guy fight at his rhythm, then it's very hard to beat him. Now Broner's in his own rhythm, and it's almost impossible for Ponce de Leon to do anything with him at this point.
Nice short left hand, then he followed it up with a right hand right to the face. Ponce de Leon.
See, Broner has all the tools, the speed, good puncher. Though he hasn't really hurt Ponce de Leon. He has 16 knockouts in 20 fights and has thrown some good hard shots in this fight. The tools are there.
Yeah, the tools are definitely there.
Turn your back. Turn your back. Turn your back. Stop. Stop. Take a step back. Hey.
A little hot dogging from Broner in his best round of the fight.
Turn your back.
And he is prone to hot dog at times.
Adrien Broner with a good round number 5. Coming up in our main event, Saul Alvarez Canelo out of Mexico will be taking on Matthew Hatton. Alvarez fired up to be in the main event.
Tener una pelea en el estelar en Estados Unidos es un gran paso para mí. Y yo sé que ese día, como te digo, ese día voy a salir con la mano en alto, voy a dar una gran exhibición y la gente me va a ver en todo el mundo.
So Alvarez going through his preparations, 35-0 with 26 knockouts. Getting set for his 37th bout as a pro. The headliner tonight, huge following in Mexico, wants to make a statement as the headliner on HBO's Boxing After Dark. He'll be squaring off against Matthew Hatton, a 154-pound belt at stake tonight.
Got it without balance, attack his body with the hook.
Come back with the hook. Everything, come back with it.
And as we begin round number 6, we welcome in Harold Letterman.
Okay, Bob, I've got a 48-47, 3 rounds to 2, Daniel Ponce de Leon. Bob, I thought Daniel Ponce de Leon did enough for the first 3 rounds to win him with that left hand. But in rounds 4 and 5, Adrien broner looked terrific. He absolutely took over the fight. But I got to tell you, it's not a fan-friendly style. It's counter and get out. He waits for Ponce de Leon to move in to lead. He whacks him with a right hand, and he moves. He gets the hell out of there before Ponce de Leon can hit him. And, and that's not a real fan-friendly style at all. That counter and get out of there. And that's how Adrien broner's winning the fight. Look at that. He'll hit him a counter shot, and he'll move. 3-2, Ponce de Leon.
Roy, should Broner be doing a little bit more, as Harold alluded to?
No. At this point in his career, he's smart. He's the guy who's making a step up. Therefore, pushing the issue only can get him hurt. He's smarter to box, stay outside. I know it's not beautiful to us, but however, he needs to be sure to get a win so that he can move up in this big step. If he steps in and something stupid happens to him, then he looks like a total idiot.
But Roy, 2 things about that. One, as he fights better and better fighters, as you mentioned, some of the success Ponce is having is because he's dictating the tempo at times. And by not leading, Broner's not dictating the tempo. And the other thing is, in the state boxing's in today, you got to inspire people. You got to do more than just win and move on, like what Canelo Alvarez has done here tonight, selling, it looks like, maybe 10,000 tickets. And Broner's not going to sell tickets doing this.
No, he's not going to sell tickets doing this now. He's going to take a higher level of competition to make him step his game up even more. But he definitely has the game to step up. It's just that in fighting a southpaw always makes it difficult, and it always usually makes for an ugly fight.
Do you think he has the temperament to eventually lead and make things happen rather than just to sit back and wait to counter?
Oh, most definitely. It's just that because Ponce de Leon is a lot slower than him, it's easier for him to counter and just take his time. He knows that eventually he hopes to wear Ponce de Leon down. In another fight, in a different fighter, he'd have to push the issue. He'd have to work his jab more, and he'd have to do a lot more combination punching. Against a southpaw, that's not smart.
Well, the other thing you have to take into consideration is Ponce de Leon went on the belt line. Broner's just 21.
Very young.
Which is why I say this is a smart fight for him at the time, because like that right there, throwing too many punches at one time against a southpaw will get him caught, and he has to be careful of that.
Good work with Devin Alexander through Alexander's camp, getting him ready for Timothy Bradley.
He's a southpaw. And all that said, Roy, even you who are defending him in this style would like to see him lead with the jab more, put more punches together.
I definitely would like to see him lead with the jab more and throw more punches off top. If he lead first, he can get more 1-2-3s off. Like that.
Good lunging left hand to punctuate the end of round number 6.
Okay. You gotta move your waist. Bend your waist. Come on, son, we gotta be ballsy. We gotta put some guts into it.
Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Hey, Vaseline. How you feel?
Put your hands down.
Go to the body. What we was doing. You know what I'm saying? Okay? All right? Okay, come on, man. So let's go, baby. Come on, listen. Go to the body now. Okay? Let's go. Come on.
That left hook is coming in. Bring your right hand up. Bring your right hand up. You're doing a good fight. Don't be careless.
We're in Anaheim, California for HBO's Boxing After Dark. Adrien Broner and Daniel Ponce de Leon begin round number 7 of the scheduled 10-rounder at 130 pounds. No knockdown so far in the fight. Ponce de Leon had success in the first 3 rounds with body shots. Broner stabilized things in rounds 4 and 5. Round number 6, an interesting round because Daniel Ponce de Leon threw 40 more punches in the round. Although Broner, according to CompuBox, did land 2 more.
What you would like to see is Broner make him pay off of those counter punches like that. That's where he'd be more busier at, and he's not being busy. So now when you see that, he is holding back too much. You must make a southpaw pay if you make him miss.
Well, it does seem that Broner's also fighting off the back foot. Even when he's coming forward, he's off the back foot.
And there's nothing wrong with that, but you got to make him pay when you make him miss. That's the purpose for fighting off of the back foot.
Off the back foot, by that we mean his weight is back, even as he's coming forward.
Good shot by Ponce de Leon.
That counter left hand caught Broner clean. One-two combination from Broner. Good right hand by Broner.
And that was set up off the jab like that. So if he throws first and then counters right away, it's beautiful. But he has to do more of this.
Say this for Broner, too. Sometimes at this stage, a prospect will look fast and make sounds when he throws the punches, but the punches aren't landing very cleanly, very accurately. His are.
Broner tried to shoot that right hand and just missed. Ponce de Leon goes back to the body. Broner with a body shot back. Ponce de Leon to the head.
And that's the type of fight that Ponce de Leon wants. He wants an exchange. That's the only way he can win this fight. He won't outbox Broner from the outside. He has to turn it into an ugly fight.
Another one of those counter right hands scored, and Broner connects with a lead right and counter right.
That's 4 straight rights in a row. Good counter by Ponce de Leon.
Stop back. And of round 7. Relax.
Now I need to dry it out. Breathe now.
Well, right in the middle of your screen, Nonito Donaire, who on Boxing After Dark a couple of weeks ago with an impressive knockout of Fernando Montiel.
Not exactly Sinatra taking pictures at Ali Frazier 1, but it's pretty cool. Still pretty cool.
We had a chance to visit with him before we came on the air, and all fired up, getting ready for his next fight, and going through the pictures, figuring out which ones he needs to delete. He's deleted a lot of his opponents.
He's one of the very best pound-for-pound fighters in the game, Donaire.
And beautiful thing for him is that he and his father and his mother made up after the fight, and I was so delighted to hear that.
Yeah, there was a lot of acrimony leading up to the fight, things that were being said, and he talked about it in the meeting, and it's good to hear that they've kind of cleared the air a little bit, Roy.
Yes, it is. Always a blessing.
Round number 8 underway, scheduled for 10. No knockdowns in the fight. Daniel Ponce de Leon, the southpaw, had good success early in the fight with body punches. Broner has stabilized this. He's used his quick hands and counter right hands in the middle rounds.
At the beginning of the fight, I mentioned De Leon's kind of, you know what you're getting. Not a great pressure fighter, not a great boxer. Good puncher, is a tough guy. But you're seeing real craftiness here. Even if it's not classical craft, he is crafty.